This colony continues to blow my mind with their growth, and let's have a look at how they're going. Let's get into the video. This video is sponsored by Ant Keeping Depot. Click on the link in the description to check out their website. Well, this is an amazing colony of meat ants, and they are growing like crazy, and I'm so happy with their development. But as always, you need to do a little bit of work with the colony, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a tidy up here in the outworld. If you didn't see the last video, I did a bit of a clean up and got rid of all the sand because mold was starting to grow just because of the humidity and the moisture in the air here locally. So I decided just to get rid of all of that and just have the basic plastic ground for the moment and see how they go. Although I will be needing to upgrade their outworld, I think, to give them some more room. So I'm just cleaning up their little rubbish pile in the corner. Such clean creatures, ants are. They always just put all of their rubbish in one particular area. Makes it nice and easy to get rid of too, so that's great. So yeah, colony is growing like crazy. I think a new outworld is well on their way for these girls, so I'll get working on that and I'll be sure to make a video and show you what I come up with. I think they might like it. Beautiful. So just using a brush here, just with the little static there is handy. It just picks up those dead pieces. And now what I'm going to do is drop in some mealworms, some freshly killed mealworms, again crushing their head, and I cut them in two just so they can get to those nice gooey insides. So plenty of protein needed for this colony because they are growing like crazy. Well, I think we better have a look inside and just see what the growth is like. So yes, I've got the two nests here, an Ants Canada nest, and then I've got an Oz Ants acrylic nest, all connected up. So if I lift the lid on here, you'll be able to see what's going on inside. And there's quite a few workers in there, definitely, which is really great. We'll have a little bit of a closer look here. It's a really nice nest, this one actually. It's like a plastic formed nest. And you can see plenty of workers there in the bottom half of that nest, which is great. Now if we take off the little cardboard lid off the acrylic nest from Oz Ants, we can see exactly what's going on in here. And it's fairly packed. There's been so much growth recently, and here we can see that this nest is nearly full and they're definitely spilling over into the other nest, which is really, really good to see. So they continue to grow with this warmer, moist air, and with the extra protein that I've been giving them, they are just growing and growing. In fact, in total, I counted up over 100 workers already, so they are just exploding. And it wasn't that long ago that I did a video on them. And I'll continue to do these updated videos on this colony because I wanted to track their growth right from the beginning all the way through. And this is video number 16 on this colony, so by all means go back and watch the progress and just see how they went. A little bit slow to begin with, but they really are expanding quickly now, which is really, really encouraging to see. And look at this piles and piles of brood that we have here. It's going to be double again in no time at all, so really interested to see how that goes. Now they do continually move their brood in between the two nests, and I think that's just because of the moisture variant. They like a little bit of a drier nest, so depending on the moisture level, they'll move them in between the two. But the setup's really good here. They're really enjoying it, and I think I'll need to give them just one big nest to enjoy. And I've got a couple of little options there, and again I'll be sure to show that to you and see how that develops. But let's go and have a closer look. I love having a look at these macro views of the colonies and get up and close and personal with the ants. And here we go. Look at those beautiful colour of that head, that really sort of purpley colour, and they've got that metallic sheen on the rest of their body as well. Quite a few new workers have hatched here, and you can see one there in the top, and just at the bottom here you'll see they're a little lighter on their heads, and that'll just deepen and darken in that red as they get a little bit older. A little bit hard to get a little bit of focus on here, but you can just see a little bit of detail there in their mandibles, a little nice little nip they'll give you, and yeah, I got a few little bites from them, and yeah, it's not painful, but you know about it. Beautiful brood just hiding in the bottom here. So this is in the Oz Ants, and let's have a look over in the acrylic. Look at this worker at the entrance of the acrylic nest, standing guard, ready to attack. They're known for their ferocious nature, meat ants. Here we have some nice brood just in the little pile here, and as we work our way through, look at these masses of brood in the chambers, which is really good. So there's plenty more workers to come in this colony. I would say, as I said before, it's about 100 workers at the moment, or just over. I would say before we get into winter fully here, we're going to be close to double that, maybe 200 or so workers, which is really amazing to have. In such a little time, the growth is outstanding, and I'm going to be hard pressed keeping up with them. So I'm going to need to expand quite a bit with my outworlds and my nests, but I'm willing to do it. These colonies of meat ants have been known to get into hundreds of thousands and perhaps even millions in their colony. So that's going to be exciting and maybe a little bit overwhelming, but let's go on the journey together because it's going to be interesting. A little bit of trophallaxis happening here between a newly enclosed worker there, which is really great to capture. And as you can see, just piles and piles of brood. And let's go up and have a little look at the queen. There she is, Queen Opal, just tucked underneath all her workers there. Isn't she beautiful? Really nice queen, quite large as well. And she's looking very healthy, and I can't get over the fact of how much she produces. So in this top chamber here, we can see a lot of the younger brood, and there's a nice pile of eggs right in the center there as well. Beautiful, so aren't they looking great? What do you think of this colony? You loving these updated videos on them and just seeing how quickly they grow? I'm astounded. Have you had a colony of ants grow fast like this? There are some other species that grow really fast, but meat ants are known to explode in numbers, and that's exactly what's happening here. And it's a really enjoying journey to watch, and I'm glad that I get to share it with all of you. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and watching my videos. It brings me so much happiness to know that you really do enjoy them as well. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, a huge thank you to my Patreons. Your support is very much appreciated and goes a long way to helping this channel continue what it's doing. So thank you to Medical Carcass 9, John Redwood, K Single, Gordon C, Ant Nation, Nicholas Strano, and the Dragon Bloom. Thank you so much for your support. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel and you'll get early access to videos, behind the scenes information, and plenty of other perks on different levels as well. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Well, if you've got this far in the video, you might as well subscribe if you haven't. There's a beautiful video there recommended for you by YouTube, and one that I think you might really enjoy as well. So thanks for watching, and remember, happy ant keeping.